You are listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Jen, and I am the owner of the Vintage Horse Mobile Bar. And today I am doing a solo episode all about hiring a business coach. I love talking about this because when I first got into entrepreneurship, I really didn't know what I was doing. I think we all kind of start this adventure with not knowing what we're doing. So I'm really excited to dive in today on how I feel about a business coach, some of the business coaches that I've hired, myself as a business coach to other mobile bars and small businesses, and all the things business coaches. So I'm going to dive right in. Megan is not with us today. We both had a really busy event week, and we both kind of came down with something. If you're listening live, it is the beginning of September. Actually, it's almost mid-September. I'm recording this on Friday the 13th. Woo! And I have a wedding tonight, and I'm super excited about it. But I really want to dive into kind of my opinion on business coaches. So last episode, Megan and I briefly discussed my business coach, and she had mentioned that she had never hired a business coach before. And for not any reason, just she isn't in that season of her business, and she just hasn't hired one yet. But I have hired multiple business coaches, and I've worked with other business coaches, and I know so many other entrepreneurs who really thrive off of learning from someone who's one step ahead of them. And that is what I feel a coach is best at. You are one step ahead of someone who's looking to get either into that industry, they are in that industry, and they are at a milestone in the business where they just don't really know what's next for them, or they just want to learn more from someone who has more experience than them. So I will kind of dive into my first business coach who I hired, how that went and all of that. So the first coach that I ever hired was Sarah with Mobile Bev Pros. I joined her monthly academy, and she is the OG, probably one of the only very seasoned mobile bar coaches. And I was so excited to be in her training. And how the monthly program worked is, there was Zoom calls and series of documents that you get, and just a plethora of knowledge. So I did that for a few months, and I think I did a 3-month package with that. And it was just so amazing, so much knowledge. From there, I hired another mobile bar when Tipsy Tin is the name of her business, and she had been in the mobile bar industry for a while, and she had multiple trailers, and I was looking to start my adventure of a second trailer, and I just really didn't know if it was feasible, because I do this on my own, if it was manageable, and I knew that I thought she did it on her own. Her husband does help her, but she primarily does it on her own as well. And it was just very satisfying. I only did 1 hour coaching call with her, and it was such a great hour. I got so much information. It made me realize that I can do this because I see someone else doing it. She just gave me the satisfaction of knowing that, I'm a firm believer, if someone else can do it, you can do it too. So she just gave me the knowledge that I needed in that 1 hour period. So I think there's multiple ways to hire business coaches. One is doing an hourly call. The other is getting into their coaching programs. The other is, they have other calls where you can, for an example, I was looking to get into public speaking for a little bit, which I was in a season where I really enjoyed it. And I started getting these promotions for public speaking coaches, and they would do these different trainings, and they were all pre-recorded, and you can hop on and listen whenever you wanted. And I think it was like $50, and they had thousands of people on there. And that was really knowledgeable as well, because again, you're learning from someone who is one step ahead of you. And I just truly feel that it's the best way as an entrepreneur, because, going back to my corporate days, I was, always learning from either my boss or someone superior than me because they had been in the business for a while. And as an entrepreneur, you are the boss. You are teaching yourself everything. So I really feel that pouring back into you is the best money that you can spend. And I'm definitely not going to sit here and tell you that business coaches are cheap. They're not. But if you find the right one who is going to truly help you in your niche market, it's so beneficial. So the next business coach that I hired was again Sarah, and with Mobile Bed Pros, and I did her year-long program. And this time I got way more information. It was a much higher price tag, but I was in a season of my business where I was kind of stuck and I didn't really know what was next for me, what was next for the Vintage Horse. And I truly needed someone who was going to help me along the way. And it has been, again, such a amazing experience. We're in a Telegram, which if you're not familiar with that is, it's similar to, I'm trying to relate what it is. It's like a text messaging, but it's like a group. I think there's other ones. I guess you could do it on like WhatsApp. I don't know. But anyway, it's like a group program where you are also in there with other mobile bars and other mobile businesses. So it is truly just a really great community that Sarah and Dawn, her partner, have both built together. And, you know, we feed off of each other. We ask questions, we comment, and it's just a great opportunity to learn from other people who are in the same business, and also people who are ahead of you, people who are just starting, people who are right where you're at. So I am so grateful that I'm in that community. And then I also am a mobile bar coach on the side. It is definitely my side hustle. I kind of do it during off season, and I have coached so many amazing new mobile bars who are getting into the business, who, you know, either are just starting or they have done a few events, don't really know where to go from here, are kind of lost, or have this dream of a mobile bar and are looking to get more information on insurance and liability and all the things. So I really, really enjoy doing that when I have the time to do it, which again, I do it during off season because it kind of fills my cup up, because I'm not working events with the mobile bar and I'm able to pour my time into other entrepreneurs. So I am probably going to start that back up again. But with that, I just feel that I'm able to help people who are, again, one step behind me, who want to get to the level that I'm at right now and maybe not do some of the challenges and hurdles that I came across, because I think when you hire a business coach, they're going to share all their secrets with you, and they're going to share the challenges that they face, that they had to work through, which I feel like it's a catch-22 with that, because I don't think I would be where I'm at today if I didn't go through the challenges that I went through in my business. And one example is when I first started building my horse trailer mobile bar, I could not find a builder. I could not find someone who had the vision that I had to be able to, I don't know if you're familiar with the process, but you have to, you know, gut the entire trailer because there was horses in it at one point. So there's a lot of like wood, and most mobile bar owners buy very old trailers to help save costs because you are renovating it anyway. So there's a lot of rust, and, you know, the one that I bought was in great condition, but it needed obviously a lot of work. And I had to find someone who wanted to take on the project. And also, this was in a time where there really were not any mobile bars in this area in Connecticut, and they had no clue what I was talking about. So I could show them pictures, but they truly had really no idea what I was envisioning, because I don't know, maybe most people in that industry just don't have that vision concept. And I struggled so hard to find someone. Everywhere I went, they were like, no, we don't do stuff like that. We don't do anything like that. And I needed someone to sandblast the trailer, which means get all the rust out, like coat it and then paint it and, you know, do metal work. And it was just a huge job for someone to take on who maybe didn't really fully understand what the industry is. And I got told no more times than I could even count. And it would have been the perfect opportunity for me to give up. But I didn't. I kept going, and I started asking the people that I would call, I understand that you can't do it, but do you know someone in your industry who might do it? And they started giving me referrals. But during this process, I could have absolutely given up. And I think I look at this as a hurdle that I was able to overcome as a new business owner. And I think it made me so much stronger. Are you looking to up your client experience? HoneyBook is a leading client management tool for accepting inquiries, sending invoicing contracts, and keeping all your emails in an easy and safe space. Check out their amazing tools like the expense tracker, batch email sender, and email templates to get messages to clients with ease. Make your business run faster and more efficiently with HoneyBook. Use the link in the description for 25% off your first year. That's a 1-week free trial and 25% off your first year of HoneyBook with the link below.
Are you a HoneyBook user looking for the perfect photo gallery service? Enjoy this special offer from HoneyBook with 3 free months of PickTime, valid for new PickTime subscribers when choosing any yearly plan. Deliver your client galleries with ease, including an automated built-in store, marketing tools, blog builder, and more. Earn 3 free months of PickTime when subscribing to a yearly plan with the code below.
But when I do coaching for other mobile bars, I explain to them the proper terms to use, the right questions to ask, all the things that I really didn't know about. So I'm just helping them. They may still still have these challenges of finding someone locally to help them, but at least I'm the coach who's going to lead them in the right direction of helping them ask the right questions to the person who's helping them. So I just feel like hiring a business coach is a no-brainer. And if you can afford it in the beginning phase of and I actually need to go back because I completely drew a blank of the very first mobile bar that I hired. Her name was Tasia, and she didn't have a horse trailer, but she was a mobile bar coach. So she had multiple mobile bars, multiple businesses, and she reached out to me. I can't believe I forgot about this. Oh my goodness. And I actually hired her before I even had my trailer. I guess the trailer was being renovated at this time. So I hired her before I did my first event and before everything. And she was the most helpful person getting my business off of the ground. And I could not have done this without her. So I'm so angry at myself that I forgot to bring this up, but it was many, many moons ago. But anyway, her passion for helping me was just unlike any other. And she has now been on Bar Rescue, and she has just blown up as a business owner. And I'm so proud of her. And I'm so grateful that I was a small piece of her journey. But things that she helped me with was answering questions like, how much alcohol do I tell someone to purchase? And how much ice should I get for events? All things that I had no idea about. You think that when you host parties at your house and you stock the bar, that, you have a pretty good understanding of what you need, but it's far from that. The lessons that I've learned and the amount of supplies that I've overbought and things that I thought I didn't need that I needed, are just simple things that if you hired a coach in your industry could help you with along the way. And I know Megan's not on this call right now, but just to relate it to photography, I think there's so many opportunities of hiring someone who, maybe edits the same way that you do, or is passionate about weddings and that's the niche of photography that you're in, or if you're in family and, they have the secret sauce on how to get a toddler to stop crying because they've done it so many times. I think that's the opportunity that people lack on not hiring a coach, is they already went through the challenges and they're here to help you get across those challenges. Other reasons to hire a business coach is mental. And right now I'm still in Sarah and Dawn's program, and a lot of the things that, we have a check-in, check-out every week, and I'm so bad at getting back to them on it, and I need to be more diligent because come January, my year is up and I'm so sad about it. But some of the questions were, how did you feel this week? How did you feel in your business this week? What are things that you could have improved on? How did you treat yourself as a business owner? What did you do for yourself? And I just think that's so important to remind yourself as a business owner, it's okay to treat yourself. I went and got a massage the other day and I loved every second of it. And it was the best money that I could have ever spent. But as business owners, you pay yourself last, and you pour yourself into the business, you pour yourself into your team, and you forget to remind yourself that you're also important. And I think just having that business coach who is going to be in your ear saying, did you drink water today? Not that they tell me that, but, just little things like that I truly feel are so important. And they're just little reminders that you need from someone else. And then other opportunities that I kind of want to share that is somewhat related to business coaching, but find a community that truly empowers you. And one of the communities here in Connecticut, there's two one that I'm a membership of and one that I attend a lot of their events. One is Business Socialistas, which we talk about all the time. And it is a way of networking with other small businesses and other entrepreneurs. And Ashley is the owner, and she truly finds different unique ways to get small business owners together. And she also offers coaching, but even her networking events, I feel like, is a way of coaching because you're there talking to other business owners. And that is just something that fully lights me up when I get in a room with like-minded women, and it makes you rejuvenated, and it reminds you why you started this business, and it reminds you how passionate you are on those hard days and all of the above. And the other small business that I'm a part of is called Women in Business. And if you're located in Connecticut, they are more in the Hartford area, and they put on monthly events, and they call them conversations, where they have a panel. And I was honored to be a part of the panel one event. And again, it was an amazing group of women who are all business owners, all here for the same goal. And it just truly makes, I just can't talk highly enough about all of these I call them little groups, but they're not. They are empires that these women are building, and they're here helping other women, because it's really hard when you do this alone. And, if you're listening to this and you're an entrepreneur, which I think that is most of our audience, I truly feel that we do this alone, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make sure our business isn't failing, and make sure, and I think that's just something as women that we do too. We're all very scared of failure. And I think talking to other people who have done the same thing, and who have failed, and who have gotten back up, and who have gotten over the hurdles, and if they can share just a little bit of knowledge to remind you that it's okay to fall, and it's okay to get back up. And I think that's what I'm learning a lot in the mobile bar program that I'm in right now is, we all vent to each other, and we all tell each other that, we had a hard day and we just need a cry it out moment. And I definitely had one of those the other day, and it felt so much better, by the way. So if you have not had a cry it out moment lately and you're overwhelmed and feeling anxious, highly recommend. How I got myself was I started, my daughter, youngest, just started kindergarten, and it took a huge toll on me because my youngest is out of the house during the day now. And I put on the saddest country music that you could ever listen to about children growing up, and I just lost it. And I felt so much better after. So highly recommend having a good cry it out moment. Either listen to a sad song, watch a sad movie, whatever it is to just get the waterworks going, because I truly just feel that it just releases something in you when you have a cry it out moment. And I'm not a crier at all. So it's really hard for me to be that vulnerable, even though I was in the car by myself and nobody knew about it, except for my friend who I was going to co-work with. And I get there and I'm sure my eyes were swollen because I was crying. And I said to her, I was like, I just had a cry it out moment. She was like, are you okay? And she's also a small business owner. And I was like, yeah, I just needed it. She's like, okay. And that was it. So I just think, being surrounded by either a business coach or a mentor or someone and mentor just sparked a little conversation in me, because when I was in corporate for Hyatt Hotels, we had a mentor, whether it was your boss or you were assigned to someone else who was your mentor, and just someone, again, who's a few steps ahead of you or a few positions ahead of you, who has gone through what you are going through now. And I was so grateful to have that opportunity to be able to talk to someone who has experienced what I'm going through. to be like, I know how you're feeling. I know you're not alone in this. And being an entrepreneur, you don't really have the luxury of having that. You have to pay for it. But I'm a firm believer that this is a form of, I guess, budgeting for yourself that is non-negotiable. So whether you can go to a retreat, whether you can go to some type of learning networking event. I just recently went to a event, I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it was all about AI and how small businesses can use AI to their advantage. And I was so excited to go to this event. And I wasn't really sure what to expect. It was in Hartford. It was at a really cool restaurant. And, I got there, didn't know anyone, ended up knowing two other entrepreneurs there, which I just love that I have built a little community where I know people. But I was basically, going there by myself, and I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. And I was there to learn, but I also knew that it was a networking event. So I was really excited to learn more about it. And I chatted with people, I swapped business cards, and it just reminded me again why I love this business and why I love this industry of entrepreneurship, and how important it is to continue to not only grow your business, but also grow yourself. And if you can't afford it right now, start budgeting for it, but find someone in your industry who you look up to, and, ask if they, and here is my number one piece of advice. And I am guilty because I did this when I first started, but don't be that person that slides into the DMs and says, can I pick your brain? Because nobody wants to hear that. We, and I'm saying myself as a business owner, went through the struggles of growing our business, and we went through the hurdles. And as much as I enjoy helping people, my time is also valuable. And I have learned that in this industry, because I am so grateful that so many people helped me when I first started. And I do help people here and there, but I have just learned that I'm more passionate about it when someone appreciates me and wants to pay me for my time and my knowledge. So I definitely recommend reaching out to someone who you look up to, who you might idolize, or someone who has just been a behind the scene mentor to you, and send them a DM and ask if they do coaching programs. Or if you're a photographer, ask if you can shadow someone. Or if you're a mobile bar, ask if, I do coaching, Sarah does coaching, but find someone who you can resonate with and who you feel that their business inspires you, because that is who you want to surround yourself with. And get out and go to networking events and meet people and talk about your business until you are blue in the face. I cannot recommend that enough. So I am heading out to one of my weddings today, and I'm super excited. I'm working with one of my vendor besties, Devin, and there's an amazing band, and I'm just so grateful again for this business and everything that it has brought me. So I hope you have an amazing day. Megan and I will be back together next episode. Cheers!